Hello everyone, and today I'm going to be showing you the best settings to reduce lag. So I currently have all the settings reduced so that I will get the least amount of lag. This is good if you're on a computer that's not very powerful, or you're running a bunch of things in the background and you don't have enough processing power to run the game on regular settings. So as you can see, this is what the game looks like. It's still playable. It's definitely a lot less aesthetically appealing. But these are the settings. So if you just go ahead and hit escape and then go and hit options and then video settings. These are all the settings. So by default, normally the full screen resolution is set to full screen current, which does affect performance a little bit. If you turn this all the way down to 24-bit 320 by 200, which is the lowest resolution, this is going to help a lot. Biome blend off will make things faster. Graphics set to fast will also make things faster. There's fancy, fabulous, and fast. Fast is the fastest. I would recommend threaded for chunk builder. Smooth lighting you can turn off. Actually, that's will affect performance a tiny bit. Smooth lighting turned off. However, if you do turn smooth lighting off, it will look like this, and it's quite ugly. I would still recommend playing with smooth lighting on, but you can turn it off. VSync can go off. If you're under 60 FPS, then you'd probably want to turn VSync off. GUI scale should be set to auto. That's really just for the settings. If I click this, it'll change the GUI scale of the settings menu and everything like that. I would just recommend leaving it on auto. Brightness doesn't really affect anything. Full screen on or off, I don't think that really affects much at all. Map levels can stay at 4. Distortion effects can be turned off. FOV effects can be turned off. Glint speed can be turned off. Glint strength can also be just turned all the way off. Entity shadows can be set to 50% as the minimum. Auto save indicator can be turned off as well. That will make it even easier. Entity shadows can be turned off. That will make it even easier on your computer. Particles can be set to minimal. Clouds can be turned off. Attack indicator can be turned off. View bobbing can be turned off. If you're used to playing with bobbing on, though, that's going to be a bit weird. I would recommend setting the max frame rate to unlimited and the simulation and render distance to 2 and 5 chunks. 2 chunks on the render distance and simulation to 5 chunks. And you can just turn these settings slightly up depending on whether or not you're getting lag. So right now, this is the minimum amount of settings, or the least affecting on your performance of your computer. So as you can see, the pig has no shadows. I think the one setting that I left on was, where are we? Smooth light? No, smooth lighting is off. So this is what it looks like with smooth lighting off. As you can see, we're not really having too many issues. We can go ahead and play the game just fine, and we're probably not going to get any lag. I am dead now, so I'm only able to spectate. But as you can see, we can fly around and load stuff in, and pretty much no lag is going to happen. There may be a little bit of glitchiness when you're in spectator loading in new chunks, because it doesn't like to load in chunks when you're in spectator. But that is the best performance settings in terms of least affecting your computer's performance. However, as you can see, it does sacrifice a lot of aesthetic pleasures, such as bobbing when you're running, and smooth lighting is, I would say, sort of a must. It really makes the game feel like it's the alpha or beta version when it's got no smooth lighting. But that is how you set the game to reduce lag. If you're getting tons of lag, you can just do this, and you can gradually turn it up. So we can go to video settings. I can probably handle up to about 8 chunks, and would set the simulation distance to about 4 chunks more than whatever that one is. You can adjust this up and down. Further to the left is going to be more lag, further to the right is going to be less lag. Biome blend can be set to maximum if you've got a good computer. Graphics can be set to fabulous, and you can turn all of this type of stuff on. If you've got a computer that can handle all of this type of stuff, you can just turn all of this up to max, and you'll be perfectly fine. When I do actually load this up, I imagine we might get a bit of lag here. Turn clouds on, set the indicators and bobbing on. These are like really good settings. So if I'm just going to go and turn cheats on real quick so I can set the time to day. But as you can see, we're getting a bit more lag now that there is all of the settings have been turned up to sort of maximum. This is what it looks like when you've got the settings on good. And it is still, I mean, if you're really brave, you can turn the render distance up to 32 chunks. And along with the simulation distance, as you can see, my computer's fan just went zzz, and I even got the spinny wheel of blue death just by loading the render distance bar up to the maximum. I don't know if my computer can handle this. My computer is pretty bad. So as you can see, you can't actually see it on here because it's not capturing the mouse, but I'm getting the little blue spinny wheel telling me that the computer is very laggy. As soon as it finishes lagging out, I will attempt to click the done button, and we're back in. I'm just going to go into creative. My fan on the computer is really revving it right now. It's not liking me at all. If I can fly up, I don't even know if I have enough. It's too laggy for me to fly. I can't fly because it's too laggy. I see also the clouds for some reason. I haven't set them to maximum settings. We'll see. We'll get a little bit of an idea of what the game looks like when you've got all the settings to maximum strain on your computer. Well, as you can see, I couldn't play like this. It's super laggy. Now, if you have a computer with like 32 gigs of RAM and I don't know however many other specifications, a really good graphics card and a good CPU, this probably won't be an issue at all, but this is what the gameplay can look like for someone like me who doesn't have a very good computer. So setting all the settings to low will get rid of this laggy frame by frame terrible. We'll just check the FPS real quick. I'm on 2 FPS at 32 chunks, so as you can imagine this would be painful to play. I don't think it's even rendering the chunks in properly right now. But yeah, that's how you adjust the settings, the video settings at least, to reduce lag without installing Optifine or anything like that. Those are just the default things you can do. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Goodbye.